Now, understand this, for solo founders, AI isn't optional anymore. It's really the engine that unlocks your agility and creativity at scale. We're always going to need that human creativity that AI can't bring, but it helps us do it faster, and others will be doing it. So you got to get in the game. So now, why does this matter? Now more than ever. Some numbers that always catch me off guard when I look at this. 35% of new startups are solo efforts, and they see AI as their teammate, according to an article in the Wall Street Journal. Analysts estimate 80% of repetitive tasks can be automated, which frees up founders to focus on impact. Again, those repetitive tasks that used to take longer to do alone, we can have AI help us. If you're a CEO, entrepreneur, or business owner that can't seem to figure out what is blocking you from attaining the next level of growth in your business, then listen up. I'm Maria De Lorenzo Reyes. I've taken what I've learned in 30 years working inside multi-million-dollar corporations, building my own business, and consulting my clients, and discovered 5 themes that stop a business from scaling. I've created a tool to help you get the answers you need to get unstuck and unlock the next level of growth. Head over to scale.mariadr.com and click the link to get your custom Scale Factor Formula scorecard when this episode is over. Hey everybody, welcome to Finding the Upside. I'm Maria De Lorenzo Reyes, your host, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that I love diving into ways that we can challenge expectations and do more with less. Well, today, I want to talk to you about one of the most thrilling shifts in business right now. The AI Enabled Solopreneur. No giant budgets, no big teams, just you, your hustle, and the power of AI. It's not just a trend, it's a revolution. Now, if you are a solo entrepreneur, boy, this episode is for you. But here's what I want to tell all of you listening. Even if you're working a job, living your life, this is also for you. Why? Because we are all the solo entrepreneurs of our own lives. Am I right? Let's get into it. The solo founder is evolving, and that is with AI on their side. There was an episode I did way back that talked about limited mindset versus growth mindset. And today's story is grit meets tech. AI is giving solo founders superpowers. And this isn't just hypothetical, from like automated marketing, managing customer support, crunching insights. You actually gain scale with a keyboard and some creativity. Because AI can't do it all. It's junk. If it's junk in, it's junk out. But there's a lot that AI can do, and it's rapidly growing as we speak. The theory behind this is called AIET, Artificial Intelligence Enabled Individual Entrepreneurship. Yeah, I know, that's a long title and quite a mouthful. But here's the magic that this brings. Skill augmentation. One solo founder can tap into expertise that used to mean several team roles, using AI to help generate some of the work. Capital transformation. Tools can now be your teammates. And also risk neutralized iteration. So what do I mean by that? When we do things over and over again and experiment, sometimes we can look at that and literally it can be some time down the drain. I don't ever call it wasted time because I love experimentation. But the reality now is with AI, you have risk neutralized iteration because you can launch fast, pivot fast, and minimize the overhead that takes more human time or resource. Now, I just want to state this. I do not support the fact that AI will replace everything. But let's face it, if you're a solopreneur, you don't have a team. So you need to find ways to work smarter. And you need to find ways that you can generate more progress in less time with high quality. So this is an answer for that. I'm exploring all kinds of ways to use AI in my own business, and I have a team. And many companies, if they're smart, are doing that right now. Also, I'll note that AI, knowing how to use it and get good results, is going to be, and is becoming already, one of the most sought after skills for workers. So just a note there. Now, understand this, for solo founders, AI isn't optional anymore. It's really the engine that unlocks your agility and creativity at scale. We're always going to need that human creativity that AI can't bring, but it helps us do it faster, and others will be doing it. So you got to get in the game. So now, why does this matter? Now more than ever. Some numbers that always catch me off guard when I look at this. 35% of new startups are solo efforts, and they see AI as their teammate, according to an article in the Wall Street Journal. Analysts estimate 80% of repetitive tasks can be automated, which frees up founders to focus on impact. Again, those repetitive tasks that used to take longer to do alone, we can have AI help us. A recent snapshot showed that 98% of small businesses use AI in at least one area today, and 91% anticipate AI powering future growth. That's from AP News. Now, that isn't sci-fi. That's actually happening right now. And that's why I underscore the fact that learning more about AI as a person and how it can help you, not replace you, but help you, and as a solopreneur, helping you move faster, pivot faster because you don't have a team, as well as companies leaning into where AI can remove some of the repetitive tasks that take up so much energy and focus on themselves and their team members. So how does AI help solo founders go big? Well, here's the playbook that I'm sharing with you over a cup of coffee this morning. It automates your time suckers. That's where to leverage it. So what are we talking about here? Lead generation, social scheduling, proposals, even customer support. AI can handle the repeat work so you can create. Let me give you an example. Way back when I had a corporate role that I had a 24/7 customer service line, we got a lot of the same questions, obviously, from customers. And of course, at the time, which was 20 years ago, we created some tools with the technology that was available. And back then, it really was an automated response that really helped us give answers quickly on recorded lines or recorded responses, whether that be via voice or via text in a chat, for some of the most commonly asked questions. But we had to do the data analysis for that. We had to manually go through, look at the data, clean the data, come up with the responses. This can be something that AI can help you with. I have a tool inside my Business Leaders Hub that is called Ask Maria, for example. And here's the beautiful part. It's using AI, but it doesn't go out and just randomly pull all stuff from the internet. It sources my own knowledge base. So think about that. If I had that 20 years ago, oh my God, all that had to be was a little widget or a little application that customers could tap into and get their answers themselves. You could also use that for staff, answering the same questions all the time. Obviously, if you're a solopreneur, you don't have a team. But for any of your clients, your vendors, any of that, and even yourself, sometimes we forget our own answers. So having a searchable knowledge base of your own IP and your own information generated with an AI outputter can handle that amazingly. So automate your time suckers. That's one way to use AI, one of the biggest ways. Number 2, market like you've got a team behind you. Think hyper-personalized emails using AI, social content creation, targeting, all powered by AI, but all you. So finding the ways to work with it and personalize it and making sure it's giving good output because you have good input can really help you generate quickly. Third, be your own data whiz. No code analytics, So what do I mean? You used to have code to analyze data. Guess what? AI tools can help you track trends, demand, pricing without needing data scientists on speed dial or without spending hours poring over spreadsheets. Give it the right instruction and direction and the data, and AI can generate that for you. Last, launch a full business solo fast. That's another way that solo founders can go big. I've seen founders build a marketing stack. So SaaS is software as subscription, and launch everything in a weekend with AI assistance alone. Now, quality is important. You got to examine the output and you got to tweak it and guide it and all of that and have some human creativity, but it's going to cut down your time completely on the repetitive, redundant, tedious tasks, and finding ways that it can help you do that is essential. The leap from idea to impact has never been shorter with this kind of help. All right, let me give you some step-by-step things to get started. Map your biggest headache. Okay, so what's eating most of your time daily? Start by automating that. Test your first AI agent and start small. Use things like Zapier, Jasper AI, Make. Those are things you can experiment with and see what works for you. Watch your ROI. How much time does it save you? Does it have customer impact? And do you have creative room that you gain from getting rid of some of those energy-draining, tedious, repetitive tasks? Scale up smartly. Layer agents with checks, because you got to check the work that it outputs ethically, financially, and legally. Mind your business structure. Freelance platform or active business entity. Either way, treat AI-powered revenue like real revenue. So your business structure will be important to consider in doing this. So what's the real upside? Yep, it's personal. Here's what's changed for people using AI strategically as solo founders or entrepreneurs of their own life. They reclaim creative energy. They experience fewer problems and more clarity. They scale lean with minimal financial risk, and they serve a global audience from their homes. One report by Forbes showed solo founders using AI are now matching revenue targets that used to only be possible with a full team. That's amazing. It will take some time, some study, some practice, but there's real opportunity here, which is why I'm sharing this topic. Now, let's be real. There are challenges. There are ethical pitfalls. You do still need a human filter. There's bias. You have to consider privacy, IP. You have to own this responsibly, the work that you're letting it do. And for a solopreneur, you still have income volatility. It's still entrepreneurship. So having a safety net and a plan is important. So the upside, though, pointing that out, is a lean, values-led, scalable venture. And that's too big to ignore. So look into it. Experiment. Seek it out. I really implore you to consider how this can help you. And don't put all the eggs in the AI basket. Start to experiment and see where it'll help you and where it might hurt you. And then move forward intelligently. Thanks for being here today. I really appreciate your time, for being curious, and for watching that changing horizon with me. If this episode resonated, hit subscribe, leave a review, and if you're already using AI in your solo journey or as the entrepreneur of your life, please reach out and share your story with me. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, keep finding the upside, even where you think you can't. All right, so I hope you loved this episode and found it valuable. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you'd be so kind, if you know someone else that this will help, please share this episode with them. Just grab a link for this specific episode, text it to a friend or colleague so it can help more people like you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next time for more entrepreneurial goodness. Same time, same place on the Finding the Upside podcast.